Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and we welcome you to the kick-off IAI Aspiring Professional Accountant Festival 2025. Thank you so very much for your enthusiasm for today's event. And to start we would like to extend our warmest welcome to Honorable IAI President Dr. Ardan Adi Perdana. Good morning, Dr. Ardan. Honorable Ms. Sophia Wati Mena, Chair Audit Board Member, Commissionary Board, Financial Services Authority, OJK Member, and Advisory Board of IAI. Honorable Vice Rector for Human Resources and Finance of Universitas Gadjah Mada, Professor Dr. Supriyadi. Honorable IFAC President, Mr. Jong Buko. Good morning. Mr. Sabto Amal Damandari, Member IAI Supervisory Board. Thank you. And we welcome Professor Siddhartha Utama, IFAC Member, IAI Council Member. We welcome PAIBAG IFAC Member, IAI Member, Professor Lindawati Gani. Thank you. IAI National Council Member, Professor Mahfud Solihi. Welcome. Vice Dean of Faculty of Economics and Business of Universitas Gadjah Mada, Mr. Suyanto. Honorable Head of IAI Region of Daerah Istimewa Yogyakarta, Mr. Hardo Basuki. Welcome, Mr. Hardo Basuki. And we welcome also Professor Indra Wijaya Kusuma, our special invited from Universitas Gadjah Mada. Thank you so very much. Professor Ful Ali, Lecturer UGM, Member of Certification Board for Professional Accountants DSAP IAI. Ms. Yuni Barokah, Lecturer UGM, Member of Indonesian Financial Accounting Standards Board DSAK IAI. And also we welcome Head of the Council of Higher Education Research and Development, the Central Board of Muhammadiyah, Profesor Bambang Setiaji. Terima kasih sudah hadir, sudah rawuh di UGM. And we also welcome all members of IAI Region of A, UGM Lecturer, IAI Management Executive, and also we are honored to be joined today by a distinguished group of guests who are participating online, including APAFEST lecturer and students from Yogyakarta and from across Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so incredibly honored, truly happy to be here today, sharing this moment to all of you to such a remarkable event. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I kindly invite everyone to stand in respect, and together let us take a moment to sing our national anthem, as we will sing our national anthem, Indonesia Raya, and continued by Mars IAI. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise.
Satukanlah dalam asamu, tunjukkan baktimu, kuatkan imanmu, raihlah prestasimu. Satukan tujuan, siapkan masa depan, jaga akuntabilitas. IAI mengabdi, bersatu dan berbakti, untuk ibu pertiwi. Selalu berkarya dan jaga integritas, Ikatan Akuntan Indonesia. Satukanlah dalam asamu, tunjukkan baktimu, kuatkan imanmu, raihlah prestasimu. Satukan tujuan, siapkan masa depan, jaga akuntabilitas. IAI mengabdi, bersatu dan berbakti, untuk ibu pertiwi. Selalu berkarya dan jaga integritas, Ikatan Akuntan Indonesia. Ikatan Akuntan Indonesia.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are delighted to present to you a special performance. Before we officially begin APAFEST 2024, we invite you to immerse yourselves in a vibrant celebration of youth and grace through the Bajidor Kahot dance. This captivating performance beautifully reflects the cheerful spirit and elegance of young women expressed through energetic and dynamic movements. Unique creation, Bajidor Kahot blends the traditional styles of Ketuk Tilu and Jaipongan, yet stands out with its distinct choreography. Unlike Jaipongan, which emphasizes soldier movements, a Bajidor Kahot showcases more expressive and fluid motions of the hips, arms, shoulders, head, and hands, highlighting the dancer's vitality and charm. The use of a fan and shawl is symbolic. The fan represents the joyful spirit of adolescence, while the shawl signifies the elegance and individuality each dancer brings to enchanting the audience with their presence. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please give a big warm applause to welcome UKJGS as they present the enchanting Bajidor Kahot dance.
tingkat nomor kabeng bat mana genting rongka tambah mata nyemplung di panggung jadi gandrung sok gararetik sapati ngareke tepat cendak jaging plah aduh manis kabeng bateria najar ujur si pesa tempat tidur pada kakak mual kapok nonton banyak bagi sopa mual ngejam bagi nur tuan kopi mual arek mual nimpen jalan di panggilan ranjang dandanan nipis disandingan bugelis ringkat nomor genah kaping bat mana ganteng tambah mota kemplung di panggung geus jadi kagandrung sok gararetek sapati teu ngarengene tepak tendang ngajak ngengkar aduh manis ingar senggak kabeng bateria najar ujur resi pesa kok jadi dorong pada kamu mau kapok tendang kayu bakal sopa mau ngejak bajalan tuan mogok mau arek mau kelek-kelek jagapi di panggilan ranjang dandanan nipis disandingan kulis ringkat nomor genah netep kaping bat mana genting rongka tambah mata kemplung di panggung geus jadi kagandrung sok gararetek
Ajidol Kahot Dance. What a wonderful dance performance, ladies and gentlemen. It was presented by Unit Kesenian Gaya Surakarta, UKJGS UGM. So ladies and gentlemen, now allow me to tell you a little bit and a brief explanation of what this event is about. APAFEST 2025 is organized by Ikatan Akuntan Indonesia (IAI) in collaboration with the International Federation of Accountants (IFAC) and supported by Faculty of Economics and Business of Universitas Gadjah. This event is designed to empower young accountants by providing a platform to connect with industry experts, explore emerging trends, and enhance both their technical and ethical skills, enabling them to contribute meaningfully to the economic growth of Indonesia and the world community. Ladies and gentlemen, our event today, the theme is Future Ready Accountants, Navigating Global Challenges with Fact Presidents. Now, without further ado, let us begin APAFEST 2025. Please allow me to invite to the stage the Vice Rector for Human Resources and Finance of Universitas Gadjah Mada, Professor Supriyadi, to deliver his welcoming. Please give a big applause to Professor Supriyadi.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good morning, salam swastiastu, namo buddhaya, salam kebajikan, and rahayu. Your Excellency, President of International Federation of Accountants, Mr. John Park, Your Excellency, Presiden of Ikatan Akuntan Indonesia, Institute of Indonesia Chartered Accountant, Mr. Dr. Ardan Adi Perdana, Your Excellency, the Chair of Audit Board, OJA, Mrs. Sophie Watimena, yang saya hormati dan saya banggakan, Bapak Suyanto, Vice Dean of Fakultas Ekonomika and Bisnis Universitas Gadjah Mada, yang saya banggakan dan saya hormati para panelis, Profesor Sidarta Utama, IFAC, Board Members, IAI National Council Member, Profesor Linda Watigani, Professional Accountant in Business Advisory Group, IFAC Member, and also IAI National Council Member, Profesor Saiful Ali, Lecturer UGM Members, Certification Board of Professional Accountants, IAI, Prof. Bambang dari PP Muhammadiyah juga yang saya hormati juga dan saya banggakan para anggota DPN IAI yang hadir pada kesempatan hari ini, juga yang saya banggakan Ketua, Sekretaris, Bendahara, dan para pengurus IAI Wilayah Daerah Istimewa Yogyakarta, yang saya banggakan para hadirin accounting student from Universitas Indonesia, young professional accountants and faculty members and educators in accounting and finance, and ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Universitas Gadjah Mada, I would like to express a very warm welcome to Mrs. John Park, IFAC President, coming to the cultural city of Yogyakarta, and also to the oldest public university in Indonesia of Universitas Gadjah Mada. And also I, of course, will like to welcome you all to the auditorium of Magister Management Program Universitas Gadjah Mada. Of course, it is very nice to see so many old friends in the auditorium and also so many new friends as well. UGM feels honored and proud to host the event of the Aspiring Professional Festival 2025 with the topic of Future Ready Accountants Navigating Global Challenges. I believe that the session will discuss ideas from some prominent and famous professional accountants to inspire Indonesian accounting students to embrace the evolving role of accountants and develop the skills needed to succeed in fast-changing world. Ladies and gentlemen, now and in the future, accounting education faces extraordinary challenges due to the development of artificial intelligence that has and will replace most of the roles of professional accountants. This change is something that cannot be avoided and continues to happen. Therefore, accounting education must always be dynamic in following these developments so that accounting education remains appropriate, remains needed, and can produce graduates who are appropriate and fit into industry needs. A comprehensive study by Walter Stern, Tax and Accounting, provides an in-depth analysis of the global tax and accounting industry landscape. Findings show a dynamic evolution within the global tax and accounting profession. Led by AI adoption, digital transformation, and toward advisory services, firms are positioning themselves for sustainable growth. While challenges like the talent and regulatory complexity persist, Investment in technology and strategic planning are enabling firms to adapt effectively. Organizing operation with technology, offering trusted advisory services, and fostering talent development will remain essential for firms aiming to succeed in an increasingly competitive and technological-driven environment. The study reports show roughly around 57% global business players believe that generative AI advances will significantly impact the accounting profession. In the US, 50% are currently using Gen AI or planning to adopt it in the next year. 63% of firms in the US use cloud technology and 50% have achieved significant technology integration, allowing firms to streamline tasks and automate processes, freeing staff to focus on strategic business advice and enhancing client relationship. More importantly, 73% of firms are optimistic about the industry's future, with a strong sentiment that clients will always accounting professionals' expertise. Higher technology stack integration level tend to increase revenue and the firm confidence in this ability to meet client needs. In 2023, research working with Ernst & Young teams survey and interview more than 1,000 people across two groups. Students with an academic focus in business or science, technology, engineering, and or math, or that we call it STEAM. Senior manager, leaders, and executives from large publicly traded organizations. Nearly all our executives reported feeling optimistic about the future of the accounting profession. Almost 8 in 10 accounting and STEAM students survey believe an accounting career will deliver long-term value. Hence, accounting profession is valuable and important. However, the facts show that from 2015 through the academic year 2019-2020, the number of undergraduate accounting degrees awarded was down by 7%, and the number of masters in accounting degrees 11%. So accounting education is becoming less attractive to prospective students. Student career motivation to pursue a career in accounting are vary, while the largest cohort continues to out accounting because it offers career stability and a comfortable lifestyle, around 46%. Other students cited include the ability to find solutions within numbers and data, 12%, the opportunity to contribute to society, 23%, and the chance to impact sustainability of 21%. Ladies and gentlemen, to succeed in 2025 and beyond, accountants must develop into strategic, adaptable professionals. These are essential for being a future-ready accountant, whether developing sustainability reporting, navigating complex international tax law, or becoming proficient with cutting-edge digital tools. Therefore, accounting education needs to by integrating AI into accounting education that can significantly enhance students' learning and prepare them for the future of accounting profession. AI can personalize learning experiences, automate tasks, and improve teaching efficiency. It also helps students developing valuable skills in areas like data analysis, fraud detection, and AI-powered accounting software. By integrating AI into accounting education, educators can prepare students for the future of the profession, equip them with the skill they need to thrive and ensure they are well prepared for the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. I'm sure that this workshop can produce brilliant ideas to make various changes needed in managing changes in accounting education that must be carried out immediately in Indonesia. Finally, I wish you a happy and active workshop, and may we all get the best benefits from this workshop. Thank you very much. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Santi Santi Om.
Thank you, Professor Supriyadi. Please proceed to the center of the stage as we will have a token of appreciation from the IAI representative. Baik, kami mengundang Dr. Ardan Adi Perdana untuk present souvenir kepada Bapak Wakil Rektor Bidang Sumber Daya Manusia dan Keuangan Universitas Gadjah Mada. Kami ucapkan terima kasih kepada Profesor Supriyadi yang sudah meluangkan waktunya hadir bersama kita dan memberikan sambutan untuk kita pada kesempatan kali ini. Terima kasih banyak, sekali lagi kami ucapkan thank you so very much for your attendance, Profesor Supriyadi. Please back to your seats, and Dr. Ardan, please move to the stage. As also we have an incredible honor to have Presiden of Ikatan Akuntan Indonesia to deliver remarks. Dr. Ardan Adi Perdana.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable Mr. Jiang Buko, IFAC President, Ms. Sophia Watimen, Chair, Audit Board, also Commissioner of Financial Service Authority, Professor Supriyadi, Vice Rector, University of Gadjah Mada, Mr. Sabto Amaldandari, Member of Advisory Board, IAI, Professor Siddhartha Utama, IFAC Board Member, will also IAI National Council Member, Professor Lindawati Gani, Member of Professional Accountant in Business Advisory Group, IFAC, and also IAI National Council Member, Professor Mahfud Solihin, IAI National Council Member, Mr. Hardo Basuki, Chairperson of IAI Regional Office, Mr. Suyanto, Vice Dean of Fakultas and Bisnis Universitas Gadjah Mada, Professor Saifa Ali, Lecturer UGM, Member of Certification Board for Professional Accountant IAI, Ms. Zuni Barokah, Lecturer UGM, Member of Indonesia Accounting Standard Board, Professor Bambang Setiaji, Chairperson of Majelis Dikti Litbang PP Mulia, lecturers, accounting students, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good morning. It is great honor to welcome you all to the kick-off of APAFEST 2025, hosted by Universitas Gadjah Mada, one of Indonesia's most respected academic institutions. First and foremost, on behalf of Ikatan Akuntan Indonesia National Council, allow me to extend our sincere gratitude to Universitas Gadjah Mada and IAI Regional Office Yogyakarta for graciously hosting this important event and for the excellent collaboration in supporting the advancement of the accounting profession. We also wish to express our deepest appreciation to all the universities that have sent their student and academic representatives to participate in today's event. Your presence truly reflect strong commitment of Indonesia's academic institution to shape future-ready accountants. Today, we are deeply honored by the presence of the President of IFAC. Visit underscore the global recognition of the importance of youth engagement and talent development in the accounting profession. And it sent strong message that Indonesia plays a vital role in the global future accountancy. Ladies and gentlemen, aspiring professional accountant festival, IAI APAFEST, now in its 9th year, has grown to become the most prestigious platform in Indonesia for nurturing the next generation of accountants and finance professionals. This year, under the theme Future Ready Accountants, Navigating Global Challenges with the IFAC President, we affirm our commitment to inspiring future accountants, encouraging students to pursue professional accountancy with a global head, understanding global challenges such as sustainability reporting, technological transformation, and regulatory shift, and highlighting career opportunity to show how Indonesian accountants can thrive domestically but also contribute internationally. The presence of accounting students and aspiring professional educators in this room and across the country shows the strength of our economic community and its growing connection to the global accounting landscape. As part of today's program, we are also proud to witness the significant milestone in national academic collaboration, the signing of Memorandum of Understanding between IAI and the Diktelit Bank Muhammadiyah. This institution oversees hundreds of Muhammadiyah-affiliated universities across Indonesia, and the partnership will further strengthen capacity building, research, and professional development within the academic ecosystem. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and our proud accounting students, despite its critical role in the global economy, the accounting profession faces a growing challenge in attracting young talent, as mentioned also by the Professor Satriadi just now. Perception of the field as rigid or overly technical often deter students who seek dynamic, impactful skills. This image problem is compounded by competition from adjacent fields such as fintech, data science, and management. To counter this, professional bodies and other stakeholders must actively rebrand the profession, highlighting its diversity of roles, purpose-driven impact, and alignment with global priorities such as sustainability, ethics, and inclusive economic development. Studies suggest that younger professionals are motivated by careers that offer flexibility, lifelong learning, and societal relevance. Accounting meets all these criteria. This message must be communicated more effectively. The future of accounting is being written today through choices to adapt and innovate and collaborate. With strong digital capabilities, ethical resolve, and a commitment to sustainability, future-ready accountants will endure global disruption and help save a more transparent, equitable, and resilient economy. As the world seeks leaders who are competent and trustworthy, the accounting profession stands at the frontier, navigating global challenges and building confidence in the future. Why does being future-ready matter? The idea of being future-ready in accounting professions refers to the ability of individuals and institutions not just to survive change, but to leverage it to create new value. A future-ready accountant is digitally fluent, globally aware, and capable of cross-sector and interdisciplinary collaboration. A humble view, there are at least 3 pillars of future readiness. First is digital fluency. Accountants of the future must be equipped with data literacy, a deep understanding of information system, and the ability to translate technology into strategic business insight and trusted reporting. Second, sustainability reporting. Accountants are essential in helping organizations prepare, assure, and communicate environment, social, and governance information in credible and transparent manner. Third, global mindset and ethical leadership. In an interconnected world, accountants must navigate international standards while upholding the highest ethical principle. A global mindset allows them to contribute meaningfully, whether within local communities or on a global stage. Ladies and gentlemen, IAI is firmly committed to building a future-ready profession, and that starts with supporting the education and empowerment of Indonesian youth. Through APAFEST and through collaboration like the one being formalized today, we are building bridges between student and professional, between university and global network, and between Indonesia and the international accounting community. To the student joining us today, the future of our profession rests on your shoulder. The challenges ahead are complex, but they are also exciting. The world needs accountants who can lead with integrity, agility, and vision. We are invited accounting students from various universities in Indonesia to actively participate in APAFEST 2025. Moreover, this event has become a regional event. It is also attended by accounting students from Southeast Asia. IAI APAFEST will culminate on November the 10th in an event held at the IDX main hall in Jakarta. To the editor and institutional leader, thank you for enduring commitment to academic excellence. Your guidance is the foundation of everything we build in the future. Finally, may this event be the beginning of the exciting journey towards becoming accountants who lead, adapt, and shape the future. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Dr. Adan, to give us remarks and also to open the APAFEST 2025. And we will show you the video on scene to kick off the APAFEST 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big applause to the kick-off APAFEST 2025 Future Ready. And ladies and gentlemen, now we will proceed to the next agenda, which is MOU signing. Ladies and gentlemen, we will witness the MOU signing between IAI, the Council of the Higher Education Research and Development, the Central Board of Muhammadiyah. And we inform you that the Memorandum of Understanding or MOU between IAI and the Council of the Higher Education Research and Development, the Central Board of Muhammadiyah, is intended to enhance the knowledge, abilities, and skills of accountants while also supporting the development of accounting profession and the advancement of Islamic economics in Indonesia. It aims to facilitate the implementation of education and community service activities. So we kindly to invite back Dr. Adan, the president of IAI, to move to the stage. And we also invite our honorable attendees to join the MOU signing. We invite Mrs. Lizarni Husin, Director Executive IAI, Professor Dr. Bambang Setiaji, Head of the Council of Higher Education Research and Development, the Board of Muhammadiyah, Mrs. Haslia Aini, Staff Sekretaris Dikti Litbang PP Muhammadiyah, and this MOU will be witnessed by Professor Mahfud Solihin, IAI Council member. Ladies and gentlemen, this MOU will be signed by Dr. Ardan Adi Perdana, President IAI, accompanied by Mrs. Elizarni Husin. And from PP Muhammadiyah, the MOU will be signed by Professor Dr. Bambang Setiaji, accompanied by Mrs. Haslia Aini, Staff Sekretaris Dikti Litbang PP Muhammadiyah, and witnessed by Professor Mahfud Solihin. Please sign the MOU, both parties. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big applause. And please switch the manuscript and sign the other manuscript and bring the MOU to show the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the MOU between IAI and the Council of the Higher Education Research and Development, the Central Board of Muhammadiyah. And let us celebrate all together. We celebrate of APAFEST 2025 now. And thank you so very much for all special invitees in here and have signed the MOU. And please stay on stage as we will have a token of appreciation before. And now, the token will be delivered by President of IAI to PP Muhammadiyah representatives. In vice versa, PP Muhammadiyah will give a token of appreciation to IAI representatives. Once again, thank you for the very good collaboration, and please have a photos together again, bringing a souvenir. Have the photo group session. 3, 2, 1, capture. Thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen. Please back to your seats. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we will continue to the key session. We will have 2 keynote presentations. The first keynote speech will be delivered by the President of International Federation of Accountants. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Zhang Buko.
honorable ladies and gentlemen, distinguished professors and educators, dear students and gentlemen, good morning, everyone. It is an honor and a real pleasure to be with you this morning at IAI APAFEST 2025, and I have been told before coming here by my predecessor that it is a wonderful and inspiring session, so I'm very pleased to be with you. In my role as IFAC president, I get to engage with accountants around the world and support and encourage the good work of our profession. But of all my engagements, my favorite thing is to meet with young generations, young people, because you are the future of the profession. Let me just begin by introducing myself. So my name is Jean Boucaud. I live in Paris. I was born in Africa. I entered into the profession as an auditor 45 years ago, and since that time I enjoyed so much being in the profession, by being an auditor for a long period of time with clients in France, but also clients on an international basis. And I joined the profession to serve it as president of my institute in France, and now as president of IFAC. Let me now tell you a few words about IFAC. We are the global organization of the accounting profession. We have 187 members, including IAI, with IAI being a founding member of IFAC in 1977. And these members are in 142 jurisdictions around the world. So through our members, we represent millions of accountants throughout the world. Our work at IFAC is guided by three long-standing strategic objectives. First, we represent and we advocate for the profession as a global voice of the profession. We do this on a global stage by engaging with other national regulatory and policymakers. This advocacy is about making sure that the profession has a voice on public interest issues, and to help make sure that the profession and its value to economies and society is well understood and recognized. Some of the organizations we work with are the International Organization of Securities Commission, IOSCO, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, the OECD, the G20, and many others. We are also very engaged with our member organizations and their stakeholders, their members, to strengthen the profession and the public interest in their own countries. Second, we help equip the profession for the future. We share through thought leadership and practical guidance, some developed by IFAC, some developed in collaboration with our member organizations, and many more materials that come from across all our global network. And we want to make sure the profession is focused on the most urgent opportunities and risks we face as a profession. And we provide information that our member organizations can use to support their own individual members. And third, we support the work of international standard setters in their development of high-quality standards, and we promote use of those standards by accountants around the world. And those standards, they include audit and assurance, they include public sector accounting, they include ethics with the International Code of Ethics, they include also international education standards, IES in our jargon, so that the new accountants get an education that equips them with the right skills to into the future, and also to assist, to help the professors, educators in the universities who work for the profession. Now, becoming future ready, I'm glad to have the opportunity to talk about future ready today. It's something we are very interested with IFAC. I know it's also something that all of you are interested in. Because the world is changing a lot. We investigated the subject in a study which is called Groundbreakers, Generation Z and the Future of Accountancy. It's on our website. The survey found that Gen Z sees accounting as a career with long-term job security and security, as well as mobility across sectors and around the world. But the survey also found low awareness of the contribution accountants make to the public interest or the important impact on society. The point I hope you'll remember from today is that accounting is not an undesirable career path, but one that makes a difference in the world in a number of ways. Our work and the work you are doing as new accountants, or you will be doing when preparing as students, this work matters in the lives of the people around you and society as a whole. Let me give some specific examples. Accountants serve to safeguard public funds around our exceptionally important role in public financial management and the fight against corruption. Another example, as preparers of cost disclosures and as those performing assurance on those disclosures, we build trust and confidence in financial markets, which is a precondition of economic prosperity. A third example, our existing skills and competencies, financial reporting lend themselves to sustainability reporting and a range of sustainability-related services. And more importantly, we earn the trust of our stakeholders with professionalism and firm foundation of ethical integrity. So, an accounting career can take you in many directions, as it may, and it can benefit the public interest in many ways. Today, I want to focus on 3 areas in which your skills as an accountant can have an especially large impact: the public sector, sustainability, and small and medium-sized enterprises. Let us start with public sector. Governments have very difficult decisions to make about how to use their limited resources to preserve the welfare of their citizens. They face many overlapping challenges. Global trading powers are engaging in more direct and disruptive competition, which is generating friction throughout the global trading system. Geopolitical instability is making investment riskier and less attractive and could lead to further disruptions to economic activity. Fiscal responses to the pandemic and other disruptions have strained the public finances in many countries. Climate change poses physical risks while making other challenges even harder. These are some examples. And to manage public resources effectively and efficiently, governments need to track the use of resources and verify that they are appropriately allocated against public policy objectives. This is a job for professional accountants. Our profession, working in the public sector, can increase transparency, accountability, and credibility in public finances. This means better information reaches decision makers in the public sector. Better decisions lead to better outcomes in the management of public resources and the delivery of public services. With greater transparency and better outcomes of these decisions, public trust in government will rise. This is our conviction. This is yours, I'm sure. And the most important variable in the public sector is people. By bringing our core skills and ethical principles with you into a role in government, you have a fantastic opportunity to do something meaningful for society. Let's now talk about sustainability. Unsustainable development is the defining challenge of the 21st century, and sustainability is the defining opportunity, challenge, opportunity. We have several potential paths as accountants for playing a role in sustainability. Into public practice, where dynamic roles in advisory services and sustainability-related services are becoming more and more important. Into corporate roles, where we can influence what sustainability looks like from the bottom up inside of companies. Into government, where we can have a huge impact on the sustainability transformation at the highest level. Sustainability is becoming a bigger and bigger part of our profession. To succeed, professional accountants need to proactively seek and knowledge and have new skills related to sustainability. I can speak about this from my own experience. I recently qualified, last year, 2024, with the regulator in France as what we call a green auditor, after completing 90 hours of training and passing a qualification exam. I hope this illustrates to you that even after many years in accounting, you'll still be evolving and finding exciting new opportunities to apply your passions. And your profession will be evolving along with you. Professional accountancy organizations are the closest, best, and most important resource for any individual who wants to upskill or reskill. I encourage you to look into the many opportunities IAI offers for continuing education and professional development related to sustainability, such as certificate in climate finance, and many courses being offered over the next few weeks and, of course, over the next future. Continuing education and training on sustainability is very important. But let me emphasize that accountants do not need to reinvent themselves. We will need to develop new competencies through education and training, but we are building on a strong foundation. And that is a testament to the quality of the education you receive in Indonesia and the quality of your instructors and the universities here. Last point I would like to give some emphasis upon is small and medium entities. I want to cover our profession's role in supporting small and medium-sized enterprises, which we call SMEs. SMEs are the backbone of the global economy in Indonesia. They account for 61% of GDP and 97% of total employment, but everywhere in the world. Just because a business is small does not mean it is unimportant. Even the world's largest companies depend on SMEs. as suppliers or customers at nearly a link in today's global supply chain. So, small and medium-sized accounting practices, SMPs, offer crucial support to SMEs. And SMPs have long-standing, trusted personal relationships with their SMEs, clients, and these are relationships that SMEs depend on for a very wide range of essential tasks. So it is, as you understand, both the role of SMPs and the service SMEs. And our relationship with SMEs is key to the sustainability transformation and long-term resilience. SMEs lack the resources to handle new and unfamiliar work on sustainability, and these tasks become even more complicated as sustainability reporting becomes the norm around the world and therefore in every country. In some countries, larger companies and lenders are already asking SMEs for sustainability information to better assess their sustainability-related risks. And this is a trend that is likely to grow. SMEs will continue to look outside their firms for support, and our profession will be ready to apply our technical skills and business advice. However, we have to develop our own understanding and experience because we can effectively help others. This brings me back to the pivotal role of professional accountancy organizations like IAI. I did not talk about technology, AI. AIE president, in his speech, talked about it very well. And we could also talk about many other challenges for the profession, but I wanted to illustrate the three ones which I took: public interest, public sector, sustainability, SMEs. So to conclude, as young professionals or as students, you have exciting options within the public sector, within sustainability, within supporting SMEs, and of course, much other. Just briefly add that over many generations, our profession has earned an excellent reputation and a great deal of public trust. And this trust is what opens so many opportunities to us and to you. We do not keep this role by default, however. It is our duty to act with integrity and professionalism grounded in the principle of the Code of Ethics, ISBA. We need to continue to live up to the high standards we have for ourselves and the expectations of our stakeholders. And then when I talk about exciting options, I mean it. I wish that the main takeout of my session here this morning is that we, as accountants, we have a passion for what we do, for what we are, not only for the economy, but for the whole society, by bringing trust and making sure that public interest is in our mind. So thank you very much to EIE for having me speak today and to everyone attending today. I'm looking forward to where the conversation goes next, and you may be interested to follow Araba's Global Accountants, which is on Instagram, which we nurture, and where we feature young professionals, not only here, but with fun facts, with the Day in the Life series, about different accounting careers around the world. I sincerely wish you the best for your careers, and I thank you for hosting me.
Thank you, Yang, for your insight. Keynote speech. Please move to the center of the stage for appreciation session, and we kindly invite Professor Supriyadi from UGM and Dr. Basuki, IAI Head Region Daerah Istimewa Yogyakarta, to deliver token to Mr. Jong, and accompanied by Dr. Arden Ana, IAI President. First token of appreciation will be presented by Vice Rector for Human Resources and Finance of Universitas Gadjah Mada, Professor Supriyadi. Thank you so very much, Mr. Jong, being keynote speaker this session for APAFEST 2025. And next, we can ask Dr. Hardo Basuki, IAI Head Region Daerah Istimewa Yogyakarta, to deliver token of appreciation to Mr. Jang. And after the token session, there will be a photo session. Please, our special invitees on stage to stand for photo session. All right, we'll remember this moment. We'll capture this special event, keynote session by Mr. Jang Puko. 3, 2, 1, capture. Thank you so very much once again to Mr. Jang and all invited guests. Please back to your seats. Thank you. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, today we also honored to hear keynote speech from the Chair, Audit Board Member, Commissioner Board, Financial Services Authority OJK Member, Supervisory Board, Ikatan Akuntan Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms. Sofia Watimena.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable guests, Professor Supriyadi, Vice Rector for Human Resources and Finance, Gadjah Mada University, Mr. Shuang Ruko, President of IFAC, Dr. Ardan Adi Perdana, President of IAI, Pak Suyanto, Vice Dean for Finance, Assets and Human Resources, the Faculty of Economics and Business, Gadjah Mada University, Pak Hardo Basuki, Pak Bambang Setiaji, Pak Indra Wijaya, Pak Mahfud Solikin, Ibu Linda, Prof. Tata, Romo Sabto, I usually call him Romo. Pak Ful Ali, Bu Zumi Barokah, Pak Edward, Bu Eli, and other panelists, moderator, attendees. I heard that this event is, the attendees is almost 500 people. So applause for IAI, IFAC, and all the attendees. It is an honor for me to be one of the keynote speakers at this event, the topic of future-ready accountants, navigating global challenges. Today I will speak about the challenges that are reshaping our profession and how we as accountants can strengthen our roles and impacts. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start with the big picture. Global risks. Accountants must now navigate a world increasingly shaped by cybersecurity threats, AI misuse, and fraud. Several incidents recently, as shown in these slides, such as the crypto hack of the Bybit platform, and then the deepfake-enabled fraud case, the Los Angeles wildfire, which the damage is quite significant, about $250 billion US. All of this demonstrate that these risks have become a real and present threat. Moreover, according to the World Economic Forum Global Risk Report 2024, misinformation and disinformation is as the first top global risk. Window dressing is a form of financial misinformation that can be misleading to stakeholders. When financial statements are not properly presented, the damage not only just to numbers, but also to reputation and future access to capital. Equally important, if professional standards and ethics are neglected, the consequences can involve sanctions, especially from OJK, for example, and also from Ministry of Finance. This is reinforced by Article 271 of Law Number 4 of 2023 on Federal Sector Development and Strengthening, well known as Undang-Undang P2SK, which mandates that financial reports must be prepared in accordance with applicable standards, audited by independent public accountants, and governed by strong oversight to ensure accountability and public trust. Moreover, according to a survey conducted by chartered accountants worldwide, 90% chartered accountants and finance professionals believe that accountants play a vital role in addressing climate change. The urgency of sustainability presents a major challenge for accountants, particularly in measuring sustainability performance, complying with regulation and reporting standards, integrating sustainability data, and serving as consultants and advisors. Challenges with the digitalization. Our role is shifting from clerical tasks to delivering insights. One survey shows that the majority of respondents believe that by 2028, clerical tasks such as bookkeeping, data collection will be fully automated. Pak Supriyadi also mentioned in his speech earlier. In addition, accountants are expected to adopt to the continuous advancement of AI technology. Despite automation, accountants are still in high demand. For example, in the US, the profession is projected to grow by 6% by 2033, faster than the average for all occupation, which is projected to grow by only 4%. In case of OJK, the Indonesia Financial Service Authority, around 28% of the total employees are accountant. Although this accounting education must be complemented by the other essential skills like the knowledge of IT, the machine learning, and so on and so forth. This projected growth is not only a sign of opportunity, it is also a call to action. If we want to seize this momentum, we must ensure our profession remains relevant and future-ready. That means strengthening governance, raising standards, and deepening our impact, which brings us to the next session, how we can reinforce the profession's foundation and credibility. This is the example of the career paths for accountants. For those interested in working within a company, you can choose roles such as the financial accountant, tax accountant, and so forth, or you can pursue career as a public accountant or also in the public sector. Professional certification is essential for accountants as it validates their expertise, upholds standards, and ensures compliance with regulatory requirements in an increasingly complex environment. In Indonesia, both the financial services sector and the state-owned enterprise environment mandate professional certification as part of compliance and governance frameworks. For example, POJK 34 year 2024 emphasized the need for certified professionals to ensure quality and accountability in financial practice. In the banking sector, the draft of POJK of transparency and bank report publication will regulate that the preparation of financial statement with the bank must be carried out by personnel who have passed the CA certification exam, for example. Moreover, for the regulation related to the public accountant, as part of efforts to strengthen regulation, OJK has issued POJK number 9 and number 30 year 2023, which regulate the obligation to report significant audit findings to K and to disclose key audit matters. In line with this, accountant must possess the ability to see beyond the numbers, as you with the tagline of IAI, where they are not only recording and reporting financial figures, but also interpreting context, providing insights, supporting strategic decisions, and addressing sustainability, risk, and ethics. For the internal auditors, year 2025, we starting using the Global Internal Auditor, or GIAS. GIAS is initiated by IAI, the Institute of Internal Auditors Global. And what we can highlight with GIAS, that internal auditors need to deepen the application of root cause analysis, also to focus on communication. Communication is very essential to ensure that the internal audit input is accepted and contribute to the organization's continuous improvement. On top of that, accountants should stay updated with global issues. As technological advancement, business transformation have led to emerging challenges in accounting treatment and disclosure. In sustainability-related reporting, integrating ESG elements into financial disclosure, such as carbon credit or climate risk impact, present measurement and consistency challenges. OJK has released the Indonesia Taxonomy for Sustainable Finance, or TKBI, which classify economic activities that support the SDG across economics, environmental and social dimension to be two classifications, either green or transitional. Furthermore, to support the global shift toward the standardized sustainable reporting, OJK is planning to revise POJK 51 year 2017 to align with IFRS S1 and S2. Moreover, there are two other sustainability components, which are social and governance. With regard to social aspect, taking into account the SME contribution to the national economy, as mentioned by IFAC President, the government prefer to empower small and medium enterprise, in which OJK followed up by drafting a regulation regarding the SME financing. Well, with regards to the governance, it is highlighted that the consistent implementation, for example, for internal control over financial reporting, cover is very crucial. This year, OJK also want to implement iCover inside OJK and also encourage the industry to implement it. We understand that IAI is currently also working on the ICAFER certification. Moreover, in the case of digital asset, the specific accounting standard and specific on how to recognize it in the book is in progress in Indonesia, and OJK also working together with IAI, especially for crypto, how to book crypto in your book. Meanwhile, IFRS 17 or PSAK 117 with regards to the insurance fundamentally transform the way insurance revenue and liabilities are accounted for. Perhaps the audience will remember the lesson learned in the past, what happened in the insurance industry. So this PSAK will be a fundamental transformation for the industry. Moreover, to address the cyber heist issues, particularly in the banking sector, OJK just issued the Banking Digital Transformation Blueprint, which include provision on cybersecurity management that referring to international standard, NIST, or stands for National Institute of Standards and Technology. So this become the framework for improving cybersecurity in the industry. In the field of accounting, as mentioned before, AI can support various functions. However, its use still requires human oversight and ongoing maintenance. Challenges remain, including potential bias, the quality of data used to train AI models, and data security concerns. In response, OJK just recently issued AI governance guidelines for the banking sector as part of our effort to promote good governance in the application of AI within the financial service industry. So as we have seen, the accounting profession today is navigating a dynamic landscape and a very wide landscape. Let us embrace these challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to lead with purpose, shape a more transparent and sustainable future, and reaffirm the critical role of accountants in the world ahead. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Santi Santi Om.
Thank you so very much, Ms. Sophia Watimena. Please stay on stage and please move to the center of the stage to receive a token session that will be delivered by UGM representative. Please, Professor Supriyadi. Once again, we invite Dr. Hardo Basuki and also accompanied by Dr. Ardan. Please move forward again. And the first souvenir will be presented to Ms. Sophia by Professor Supriyadi, the Vice-Chancellor of Universitas Gadjah Mada. And next, we kindly invite Dr. Hardo Basuki to deliver souvenir to our keynote speaker. Once again, with thanks to Ms. Sophia Watimena. And next, please have a photo session together. Okay, give your biggest smile. In 3, 2, 1, capture. Thank you so very much. And ladies and gentlemen on stage, please stay on stage. We will have a photo session with all of VIPs. So we invite Mr. Jong, Mr. Sabto Amal, Professor Siddhartha Utama, Professor Linwati, Professor Mahfud Solihin, Mr. Suyanto, Professor Indra Wijaya, Professor Saiful Ali, Miss Juni Barokah, Professor Bang Setiaji, and we also invite to proceed the stage Ibu Eli Zarni Husin, Bapak Edward Tanujaya, Bapak Zanuarto Alamsyah. Baik Bapak Ibu hadirin sekalian, kita akan ada sesi foto bersama. Untuk sesi pertama, para tamu undangan kehormatan akan berfoto bersama dan nanti sesi berikut kami akan mengajak para peserta yang hadir dalam APAFEST ini untuk berfoto bersama dengan para tamu dan kehormatan. Baik, kita akan bersiap-siap untuk sesi foto pertama. Gaya formal dulu Bapak Ibu sekalian, formal style. 3, 2, 1, capture. Okay, untuk next style, please clenching your right hand together. Oh, IAI, okay. Like this, IAI, together. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, capture. Oke, Bapak Ibu kami mohon untuk mungkin maju kurang lebih 5 langkah dan menghadap ke arah layar. Turun di depan meja atau di depan kursi. Saya mohon mungkin fotografer lebih. Oh langsung di depan kursi. Baik, kembali ya di depan kursi hitam semuanya. Baik, in front of black chair, please move forward to all special attendees to stand in front. Okay, in front of the black chair. Baik Bapak Ibu, para tamu VIP yang tadi sudah berfoto di atas panggung, silakan untuk semuanya berkumpul. Prof. Indra tetap berada di depan, ya silakan. Ya, tetap bersama juga untuk ikut berfoto bersama. Semua berdiri. Oke, baik. Untuk semua peserta kami mohon berdiri, please stand for all audience here. And we have photos together. Oke, baik. Bapak Ibu kita gaya formal dulu, Bapak Ibu sekalian. Kita akan ambil gambar, Bapak Ibu berikan terbaik Anda semuanya. Dalam hitungan 3, 2, 1, capture. Kemudian gimana ini tadi IAI-nya? Mungkin simbolnya bagaimana? Oke, sign simbol IAI. Bersama-sama ditunjukkan, oke semua sudah kompak, saya lihat dulu semuanya. Oke, baik kita ambil gambar 3, 2, 1, capture. Satu kali lagi untuk genggaman tangan kanannya sebagai semangat kita mengikuti acara ini sampai selesai nanti ya. Start ya Bapak Ibu semuanya. 3, 2, 1, capture. Terima kasih tepuk tangan untuk Bapak Ibu semuanya. Please give a big applause to all of you. Hey. Kepada Bapak Ibu para tamu undangan kami persilahkan untuk kembali ke kursi Anda. Ladies and gentlemen, we invite all of you back to your seats. Thank you so very much. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and now this is the moment that we're waiting for. Our talk show will focus on future-ready accountants navigating global challenges. We have 3 team speakers and we would like to invite them to join on stage. First speaker, Professor Siddharth Utama, IFAC board member, IAI council member. And next speaker, Professor Lindawati Gani, PAIBAG IFAC member, IAI council member. And next speaker, Professor Syaiful Ali, lecturer, Universitas Gadjah Mada, member certification board for professional accountants, IAI. And ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to invite our dearest moderator who always bright up the room that she enters. Ladies and gentlemen, and this time she's going to illuminate the talk show. But before that, I would like to just read our moderator biography. She's a lecturer at Universitas Gadjah Mada. She's also a member of Indonesian Financial Accounting Standards Board, DSAK, Ikatan Akuntan Indonesia. Let's invite to the stage and give a big round of applause to our moderator, Miss Juni Barokah. Next, we hand over the time to Miss Juni Barokah. Thank you.
Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Very warm welcome to Yogyakarta. I think we are very lucky today to join this session. So I would like to greet first the Honorable Mr. John Bokeh, the President of IFAC, and also Honorable Dr. Ardan Adi Perdana, the President of IAI, also Ibu Sofia Fatimena, and also all my professor, teachers, and lecturers, my colleagues here, also IAI, and also IAI Yogyakarta. We are very lucky today to be here because in Jogja the weather is very nice. It's not raining, it's not too hot. So I think it's also a signal of a bright future of accounting profession in Indonesia, hopefully. Yeah. It's a pleasure and honor for me to be here with our esteemed guests here. We have 3 panelists with us in this very special occasion, which is the IAI APAFEST 2025, hosted by the Indonesian Institute of Chartered Accountants, together with IFAC, as well as Fakulty of Economics and Business Universitas Gadjah Mada. We have our esteemed speaker here. First one from there, our beautiful lady sitting there, Ibu Profesor Lindawati Gani. Ibu Profesor Lindawati Gani, as we can see here, is the IAI National Council member. She is also a member of Professional Accountant in Business Advisory Group, PAIB AG, International Federation of Accountants, or IFAC. She is also IFAC Membership Committee and also the Honorary Board of Code of Ethics, the Audit Board of the Republic of Indonesia, as well as Chartered Accountants Worldwide, Board Member, Council Member of ASEAN Federation of Accountants, or AFA, Member of the IAI Sustainability Standard Monitoring Board, also Professor of Accounting at Faculty of Economics and Business, Universitas Indonesia, also Commissioner and Audit Committee in several companies. Very busy. Thank you, Ibu, for coming to Jogja. And next is our second guest is Professor Tata, or Professor Siddhartha. He is the IFAC board member, also the IAI National Council member, as well as AFA Council member, Chair of OJK Supervisory Board, Professor of Accounting at Faculty of Economics and Business Universitas Indonesia, also Secretary General of the National Committee for Governance Policy, member of the Financial Accounting Policy Drafting Committee of Bank Indonesia, as well as Commissioner and Audit Committee in several companies. Also very, very busy. Thank you very much, Prof. Tata, for coming to this event. And last one on my left side is Professor Syaiful Ali. He is professor at the Faculty of Economics and Business, Universitas Gadjah Mada, Finance Director of Universitas Gadjah Mada, also member of the IAI Professional Accountant Certification Board, IAI DSAB, and he awarded the Accounting Information System and Master of Accounting Information System from the UQ, and he's the alumni of Faculty of Economics and Business Universitas Gadjah Mada. Good morning, Prof. Ali. Why everybody is laughing? Okay, yeah, thank you very much. And welcome to all distinguished guests that I cannot mention one by one. Thank you for coming to this event. This is a very interesting event because we would like to hear what is the bright future of accounting profession in Indonesia and globally, as previously mentioned by our honorable speakers in the Yeah, in the speech before, very interesting, already mentioned by Mr. Jan Boke, also Prof. Supriyadi, also Dr. Ardan Adi Perdana, also Ibu Sofia Watimena. So it's getting exciting, right, as a professional accountant. However, we need to upskill and also upgrade our knowledge. So here we have a series of focus discussions or questions for our panelists. Each question will touch the issue on how we are preparing ourselves and also the future generation of accountants in becoming competitive locally and globally. So we will start our first questions. The first question will ask about the future of accounting profession, and we would like to hear from Siddhartha and then Saiful Ali about how are the AI, automation, as well as digitalization reshape the role of accountants? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Harus gini ya. Thank you, Pak Mahfud. So our first question is, again, how are AI, automation, and digitalization reshape the role of accountants today and in the future? So we would like to invite Prof. Siddhartha, and then next will followed by Prof. Saiful Ali. Time is yours, Prof. Siddhartha.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Bu Moderator. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, all students, aspiring accountants. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm very happy to be here to meet you, all the future professional accountants that I hope you will be the leaders in the futures, and also promoting accounting professions in Indonesia. And I also truly appreciate the speech provided by the Vice Rector, also by the Chair of the IAI, Pak Ardan, Prof. Supriyadi, and also the President of IFAC, Pak Zhang Buko, and also, of course, Ibu Sofia Watimena from OJK. Because, if we follow their speech, we can conclude that actually the scope and the breadth of the areas that we as professional accountants cover actually very wide, very wide. Starting from large companies or governments, also to small, medium enterprise. So I think actually we need not really worry, about the decline of professional accountants, because actually very, very wide. But of course, there is a condition, to meet all this. We need to make sure that we, as professional accountants, have the quality. Okay, they have the quality and also the integrity to provide the service of the highest quality. Okay, so with really to the questions that you asked about this emergence of AI, automation, and so on, we can see that first of all, of course, we need to view them not as a threat, but have to view them as opportunities to support us in providing our service, So, of course, for example, automation, data automations. With automations, clerical work of accountants, like recording and so on, can be much more efficient if it is done by this computer, okay? So, in that case then, of course, there will be a decrease in the demand of technical accountant whose job is making record. There will be a decline. But, if we look at in the past, the demand for professional accountants probably in terms of the level of expertise, it's like a pyramid, So, because of many of the jobs are done manually, so the demand for accountants making recording transactions is very big, very wide, like pyramid at the bottom, very big, but then becoming lower and lower as you move to the higher level. But now, with the bigger demand of the accounting service, like the issue of sustainability and also, for example, the issue of making sure that the public money is used efficiently and also properly, also the issue of small, medium enterprise, actually the demand for the professional accountants is becoming not like pyramid, but becoming higher for a higher skill job, at the higher level, at the higher skill level. So in that case then, how can we as professional accountants meet this demand? I think, first of all, you as students, of course, your major is in accounting. So probably in your curriculum, many of the subjects that you learn are all about accountings. But what I want to say is that make sure that you have a very wide perspective of what you're doing. I mean, it's not, you cannot just rely, okay, I have expertise in accounting, then I can do all my works very good. That's not adequate, okay? Because as mentioned earlier, probably according to IFAC, International Federation of Accountants, introduced by the President, the skill required, the competencies required for becoming a professional accountant cover not only technical competence, but also professional skills and also ethics, values, and attitudes, okay? And even under the technical competence, it's not just accounting, okay? It's not just accounting, but also other subjects like governance and risk management, okay? Strategy, okay? And also finance, corporate finance, and also other subjects you can see in the international education standards. And I mean, if you look at the level of mastery of each subject, for example, for financial accounting, the level of mastery is intermediate. So the standards categorize the level of mastery into 3 levels: basic, intermediate, and advanced. Okay. So this level relate to the level of competence for professional accountants. So for financial accounting, it's intermediate. How about finance? Finance is, it's part of the management major. But if you look at IAS, the level of mastery is also at intermediate. What about corporate governance? In many undergraduate accounting programs, actually corporate governance topics are not covered. But according to IAS, intermediate. Risk management, intermediate. Strategy, intermediate. Okay? It means what? The expectation is if you become a professional accountant, your expertise is not only in accounting, but also in other subjects. Why is that important? Because as I told you earlier, the expectation for professional accountants now at the higher skill level, at the higher skill levels. So the expectation is that you will be able to analyze data, evaluate data, making recommendations or making decisions at the strategic level. And to do that, your knowledge has to be very wide. Okay? And also, I also want to emphasize, it's not just technical competence, it's also the professional skills and attitudes. So you also have not, yes, technical competence is necessary, but it's not sufficient to become a professional accountants that provide value. So in this case, then you have some list of professional skills that you have. One important thing that I want to emphasize is one skill is about lifelong learning, able to learn by yourself, okay? Because knowledge changes, demand for professional accountants change definitely. So once you graduate from the accounting program, you will be by yourself. There will be no lecture, there will be no assessment. It's up to you whether you want to improve your skill or not. So that's why it's also under the professional skills that you have to have this eagerness to have to keep updating yourself, lifelong learnings, and also, of course, there are also other skills. For example, critical analysis skills. Okay, and then the last one is the ethical values and attitudes. Okay, so IFAC, as mentioned by the Mr. President, we want all professional accountants to have this ethical behavior and also competence in terms of the quality, professional quality. So we need to make sure that accountants is respected, okay, champion for integrity, Why is that so? Because we make sure, all the information that we provide, like financial statements, really reflects, the substance of the companies or public entities that are reported under these financial statements. So these two are very important, and that's why you need to make sure that it's not just the technical competence, but also professional skills and also ethics, values, and attitudes. And that's why I think, in terms, again, for you as accounting students, I urge you to also to be very active in extracurricular activities. It's, yes, very important to study, but also you need to also interact with your fellow students, active in organizational activities, because they will also improve your professional skills and also ethics and values and attitudes. So I think that's my thought about this. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Siddhartha. Very insightful remarks. And I think we will give the time to Prof. Syaiful Ali.
Thank you for the time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. All the guests, all the honorable guests, and also all the students in this meeting. I'd like to add what Professor Tata has just mentioned before. I think it is in line with all the material that has been presented by the previous speakers. I want to tell you the story about one study conducted by LinkedIn and Microsoft like 1 or 2 years ago. There was a discussion about once AI being released, will it decrease the demand for software engineering, the ones that make codings. And a year after that, the study found that there is no decrease in recruiting those engineers. But the type of engineers are different with the previous type of engineers. So, the type of engineers that were recruited, even after, all the AIs have been being implemented is, these are they are adapt with new tools. They can use the AI effectively. And then the second one is they have strong people skills, right? So people skills like creativity, courage, compassion, courageous, and also communication. So I think along with similar analogs, I would say that accountant as a profession, is not being threatened or jeopardized by the progress of AI. I agree with Professor Tata. Let's see, we need to change our perspective that AI is a tool for us, so technology works for us. In a way, I think AI or other kind of digital technologies humanize accountant, because we are no longer, we don't need to do all the, routine structured tasks that, we find in a lower level type of accountant's jobs, like recording, journalizing, recording, making a financial statement, and so on, but more on the strategic level. So I think that's a good news for us, because AI will not replace accountant, but accountant with AI will replace accountant without AI. So I think that's I think a good news for us. And if I may add on a suggestion, I may suggest the students what should we do as students. I think first we must acknowledge that those repetitive jobs, tasks that we find, structured level, we must try to avoid from those kind of tasks, because those tasks will be replaced effectively, cost efficiently by technologies, by digitalization, robotic process automation, AI, and so on. And the thing is, we need to more move to the higher level kind of activities using AI. So I suggest all of you, when you study, use AI effectively. Use AI as your mentor. This is a very, I think, good level of playing field. We in, let's say, in the developing countries, we have the same level with those students in developed countries because we have the same kind of access tools to AI. So if they can use ChatGPT and learning accounting concept and so on, so we can also do the same thing. So we have a level playing field which is very good. So use AI in your, or having AI literacy in your study using ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, and so on, right? But don't forget, that AI, you need to be critical about AI. You need to make sure that AI also has biases, right? Depends on the data that are being trained. And we need to be accountable when using AI, right? And the third aspect that I want to suggest to all of you as a student is exercise your people skills. Just like Professor Tata mentioned, being active in students association or student groups, it's also good to exercise our people skills. Being able to communicate, conversate, being creative, have a courage, compassion. These are the skills that cannot be replaced by AI. AI cannot replace these people skills. So these are soft skills that now we are moving toward hard skill, right? So it used to be hard skill like IT, literacy as a hard skill, but some people said that now those soft skills are hard skill for us. So we need to make sure that maybe, like in academics, we need to embed that in our curriculum. So how these people skills being trained, embedded in our accounting courses. I think that's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Ali, and also Prof. Tata. I think that is super interesting what they mentioned, that accountant now needs to embrace technology not just as tool but also as a strategic competitive advantage together with ethical behavior and competence as well as professional skills. And I think we need to move to a broader perspective on how accounting and global accounting landscape is changing internationally. And we have Prof. Linda Watigani here, or Prof. Linda. We have this question about the insight into the evolving regulatory frameworks, ESG reporting, as well as international financial standards. So, Prof. Linda, could you please share your thoughts on that?
Okay, thank you. A very good morning, approaching lunchtime in the afternoon. I'm happy here today because in this room, most are young professional accountants to be the next leader in future of Indonesia. So I'm very happy and glad that many of you participated in this event, and I really appreciate your commitment to become one of the professional accountant in the future. So regarding the trend, actually, as all of us may aware, that International Sustainability Standard Board, June 2023, has already issued Standard 1, Standard 2 for Sustainability Disclosure Standard. How does this imply to us in Indonesia? Indonesia is on the way to adopt this standard, which hopefully by 2027, because IAI through the Dewan Standard Pengungkapan Keberlanjutan has already issued the draft, exposure draft, which was closed for public opinion end of March, and now is preparing to publish the standard by next month, June 2025. So it will be effective by 2027. So based on that, hopefully, the Indonesian companies, which is maybe under the supervision, of course, by the OJK, will be the one who have mandatory to apply that standard. Why we have to comply or to align with the international standard? Because our financial statement or financial report for Indonesian company are going to be compared, right, with the other report across the company globally. So this is very important, this position. So we cannot just only domestically, nationally viable, but we have also to be competitive to get the investor focus and then also the funding. So by this is actually, we are moving as an accountant. We are not only being asked to just focus on the chart of account, on the financial statement, but we have to go further, not just preparing financial statement, but we have to prepare what we call general purpose financial report. Why there is a change in this? As it is mentioned in the International Education Standard revised last March, still new, still fresh from the oven, it's just 2 months ago, the objective is not just the learning objective, it's not just for you to prepare financial statement, but professional accountant has to be able to prepare financial report. What is actually the difference? If it is financial statement, it's only focused on the standard, the accounting standard. But if we are talking about financial report, it has to contain financial and non-financial information. And this coming in the standard of disclosure. So now, as a professional accountant, we are expected not just financial statement, but also financial report consisting of the account itself, the financial statement, but on top of that is the disclosure that is also very important. So by this, we as a professional accountant are actually, our role is evolving as a strategic business partner. It's not just as an account or number crunchers. So if all of you may be aware that we in IAI has already mentioned this, and in our tagline we always say beyond the numbers. So accountant now no more are expected to just focus on the numbers, but beyond that, as Professor Siddhartha just now has already mentioned, you have to master starting from the risk management, governance, internal control, as just now Bu Sofia also have already mentioned. So please remember, don't just deal with journal, don't just deal with accounts. If you want to be a strategic partner of a company, and this is actually an opportunity for all of us in this room to be able to sit in on that role. I think that's for me, but first, thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. Linda. Applause for Prof. Linda Wati. So I think it's very interesting and insightful, as Prof. Linda is one of the guardian of the sustainability reporting standard in Indonesia at the moment. And as a future accountant professionals, all of us need to be agile and ready and equip ourselves with the non-financial reporting, especially with the sustainability standards at the moment. Thank you very much. And I think we need to now move deeper into individual competence levels that needs to be prepared by all accountants in Indonesia and globally. So the third questions will be for Prof. Ali as a member of the certification board of the international of the IAI Indonesian Chartered Accountant Institute. So the question will be how important are professional certifications as well as continuous learning and adaptability for preparing accountants for future challenges. So could you please share your thoughts with us?
Okay, thank you very much for the question. It's very interesting. There are three items in the question. First about certification, professional certification, continuous learning, and adaptability. I think in this kind of world, having a good designation or professional certification is like a signal to the community that we are, having a competence in our domain. And of course, in accounting, we have many certification, but maybe it's a bias because I'm a member of the SAP, the Dewan Standar, Dewan Sertifikasi Akuntan Profesional. But I would suggest one of the best certification is CA, Certified Accountant, and CA is also, Chartered Accountant. CA, is also aligned with the IFAC guidelines. So this is a designation which is a good signal to the community that we have technical competence, we uphold ethical integrity, and also align with global standard. So that's one way to see it, to be adapt with the situation. So having a good professional certification. And with regard to CA, I noticed, like Ibu Sofia mentioned here, one of the regulation, I forgot the number of regulation, but it is strongly recommended to have certification, professional certification like CA. Like 2 or 3 months ago, I did some coaching to the participants who are going to having a CA examination, and I was surprised because those people they are coming from professional, from state-owned enterprises, having a position like board of directors, board of commissioners, and those people, So we see that there's increasing interest and also importance of this certification. And the other point, like also similar with Professor Tata mentioned about continuous learning, because environments change constantly, and once the environment changes in terms of technology, regulation, like Professor Linda mentioned about the sustainability, like we have to update our knowledge with all these regulation, and obviously also with regard to the technological advancements. So again, having designation like we are required to maintain our competencies by having continual education. So in the CA, every year we must fulfill some kind of credit points in a way to make us keep learning with the changing regulation, changing technology, and so on. And then the third one is about adaptability. So again, we need to adapt with the changing situation, environment, and also technologies. We need to being proactive rather than reactive. So if I were a student nowadays, maybe I will try to find out what are the technologies that are going to be very relevant in my future jobs, right? And I think one of the, let's say, the hard skill that maybe very important is about data literacy, right? So having a good knowledge about data literacy, and learning some kind of tools to process the data, whether it is what is descriptive analytics, predictive analytics, and prescriptive analytics, that will be very good investment for me. So maybe I may also suggest the same to you. Please learn things like data science, and also there are many tools out there that can be used free of charge. For example, like Power BI, for example. It's a free version for the desktop version. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Prof. Ali. Please give applause as well. Yeah, that reminds us that we need to expand our professional competence, right? It's not stop when you graduate or when you get CA exam passed. And now we move into a more global outlook on, I think we would like to ask this question to Prof. Siddhartha. At the moment, Indonesia is playing a bigger role in the global economy. I'm sorry, I think we will address this question to Prof. Lindawati Gani. At the moment, Indonesia is playing a bigger role in the global economy, so there's a potential for Indonesian accountant to go globally. How can Indonesian accounting professionals expand their influence and impact internationally? Prof. Linda, we would like to hear your views on this.
To be able to expand our impact globally, actually, we as an Indonesian accountant should equip ourselves to align with the global trend in the profession. What should we do? We should upskill ourselves, we should get the certification, ethical commitment, and also we have to have the global mindset. So don't just be a domestic or national player, but you have to think it to go globally or internationally. How can we do that? Through a combination, of course, of certification, such as the one that IAI have is the chartered accountant, but we still have to have the continuous learning, as just now Prof. Saiful Ali, Prof. Siddhartha, Ibu Sofia has already mentioned, that we have to maintain our knowledge up to date. And we have also to have the practical application and also applied international standard. And then we have the professional engagement, and last but not least, this is actually the foundation, is the ethical leadership. So by doing that, what should the young one, the young generation prepare themselves? You do not just enough to have academic certificate. If you are approaching to become a Bachelor of Accountant or Sarjana Ekonomi jurusan akuntansi, please be prepared also to become a Chartered Accountant. There is a pathway actually for you to take certification before you even graduate as a university student. So I really motivate all of you to start thinking, because this is aligned actually what just now Bu Sofia has already mentioned in the regulation. Now maybe it's still not demanded or mandated, but the future is coming. And there is a regulation already that just now Bu Sofia also have already explained to you in details, which showed that the certificate from the university itself not going down, no, but we have to upskill if you want to go in this profession. So please remember this. And then the second one is you have to engage with the continuous learning. The CPDs, there are also mandated for you to update, just now Professor Siddhartha has mentioned. You have to do it by yourself. It's not in classes anymore, but you have to have this motivation inside you to always upscaling, especially in this very dynamic and always changing environment. And then we have to also apply international standard once again. We cannot say, no, I want national only, no more. Because now, especially funding, they have no nationality. They will go flow to everywhere, every country in the world, as long as there is trust put over the country. So please remember this. And then you have to demonstrate ethical leadership and public interest commitment. As just now, IFAC President has mentioned, that our profession is a profession of trust. So please remember this, and we uphold the public interest. Okay, and then just now everybody is talking about digital sustainability. So you have to develop this always, and also intercultural language skill. Yeah, this is also important. And not the last but not least is join with the professional network. So by doing all those, hopefully you can still be part of the profession and still become strategic partner, and not as what we expect that an accountant is vanishing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Please applause for Prof. Linda. That's inspiring. Once again, Prof. Linda emphasized the importance of ethics, trust, in addition to all technical competence and professional competence to go globally and to compete internationally. And next, we would like to hear from Prof. Siddhartha about how the IAI adopts to global standards. So we have these questions about how does IAI as an institution, professional institution, adopt international standards to ensure global competencies among Indonesian accountants. So please, Prof. Tata, time is yours.
Okay, thank you. So first of all, I also want to highlight what Prof. Linda mentioned earlier, and also Prof. Saiful, regarding the importance of chartered accountant designation. That's also one strategy of IAI. We want to have more chartered accountants, more members of IAI. I mean, if you look at the Faculty of Medicine, you study for 4 years, and then after that, you will get the Bachelor of Health Studies or Health Science. But then you go to pendidikan dokter for 3 years, and then after that you become a doctor, which can practice. Okay, and of course, if you are, you are sick and you need to go to the doctor, do you want to go to those just having Bachelor of Health Studies? No, you go to a physician, doctor, that has more expertise and experience than just sarjana kesehatan. So actually that's analogy also apply to our profession. Graduating as a Bachelor of Accounting is not yet a professional accountant. That's why I keep mentioning the word professional. It's different, okay? So to become a professional accountant, you have to join a profession as a member of a professional accounting organizations like IAI or IAPI. Okay, why? What's the value? Okay, Prof. Linda has also mentioned that, also Prof. Saiful, but I just want to highlight the difference between the two, between just sarjana akuntansi and also chartered of accountants. By becoming a chartered of accountants, of course, in terms of competence that I mentioned earlier, the technical competence, professional skills, ethics, values, and attitudes are different from the Bachelor of Accounting. And it's more, and in addition, as a member of a PAO, Professional Accounting Organizations, you are bound to ethical codes of the profession, okay? And IAI adopts global ethical standards together with IAPI and also IAMI. So we refer to the global ethical standards developed by the International Ethics Standards Board. And by committed ourselves to these ethical codes, this will guide us when we do our works. This is different if you are not a member of PAO. You don't have any code of ethics to follow, and not only that, if you are a member of this PAO, the PAO will make sure that you comply with the ethical code. So IAI has a system, to assure the quality of the service provided by professional accountants, and also an investigation and discipline mechanism, if there is an indication of violation of the code. Okay, and this will not happen if you are just sarjana akuntansi. Okay, and the other benefits is that by joining the profession, you are obliged to keep improving your competencies. There is this requirement, the continuing professional development, and it's also it's in the international education standard, at least some number 7, 30 hours and so on. But of course, as a professional accountant, you need to take these CPDs. It's not just because it's obligation, but it's for the interest of yourself to improve your competencies. You want to improve your competencies in sustainability topics, then you get these CPDs. But if you're not joining a profession, no one will force you to improve your skills. So I just want to highlight the importance of this, and referring back to your questions, that's why IAI is also very active in assuring, our ethical codes comply with the global standards, and also other standards, like IFRS, and also the sustainability, the S1 and S2, and not only that, being a member of IFAC, IAI has also to make sure that this quality assurance system also in line with the standards provided by IFAC. So as a member of IFAC, we are obliged to comply with this membership standard of membership obligations, including quality assurance and also investigation discipline, in addition to others, like follow with the IFRS, the public sector accounting standards, and also the ethics. So all of them we have to follow, but also not only the standards, but also the system within the PAO itself, like the quality assurance and also investigation and discipline, we have to apply that. So I mean, I just want to inform you, to the students, our professions, IAI, when we do, our service to our members, we make sure that we comply with the highest standards that are provided by IFAC. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Siddhartha, for your remarks. Applause for Prof. Siddhartha. I think we agree with you that we have very disciplined standards for the Chartered of Accountants in Indonesia. Students who already graduated, they have to take the exam for the Chartered Accountant to get the Chartered Accountant designation, and it's not easy. Some students have to take for many times until they pass the exam. So also, thank you to remind us to the code of ethics adopted for accounting profession. And last questions, Prof. Siddhartha, as a board member of IFAC, IFAC representing over 180 organizations and millions of accountants. So how does IFAC foster global collaboration, also ethical standard, as you mentioned before, and professional excellence across the accounting profession?
Yes, thank you. So, as mentioned also by Mr. President, currently the members of IFAC, more than 180 PEUs coming from all parts of the world. So, and I think this is the only profession globally that has like this. Other professions, like medicine and so on, they don't have like IFAC. So, by having this, we make sure that the quality provided by all professional accountants globally are standardized, and that's the main value of becoming a members of IFAC. By becoming a members of IFAC, we encourage the PEOs to make sure that in that country adopts the global, for example, international accounting standards, APAFEST, and also the assurance standards, auditing standards, the ethical standards, and also the international public sector accounting standards. So the PEOs are encouraged to implement them, in that country. And also the ones that I mentioned earlier, the PEOs also have to have this system on quality assurance to assure the quality of its members when they provide their service, and also the investigation and discipline. So that's the role of APAFEST. In addition to that, as also stated by Mr. President earlier, we are also active providing our voice to our stakeholders. Make sure that we have impact on not only on the profession itself, but we also provide values to the stakeholders globally. Like, for example, one example that I can share is that recently the G20 OECD Principles of Corporate Governance in 2023 was revised, and one significant revision is that under the new principle, there is this principle 6, sustainability and resilience. Before that, the earlier version, the 2015 version, didn't have that. And in this principle 6, sustainability and resilience, the first sub-principle actually is covering about the importance to have a reliable and also relevant disclosure on sustainability. Okay, and making sure, I mean, if you read the phrase there, it's really, I mean, we can tell this is based on the recommendation of APAFEST, because there is this like relevant reliability, which is that's under our financial accounting standards. So we also have our voice, to make impact, of course, for the benefits of all of us. So that's also our role. And of course, among the PEOs themselves, they can, by becoming a members of APAFEST, they can communicate, with other PEOs. So currently, APAFEST also recognize what we call as network partners. Like in the Southeast Asia, we have, I don't know whether you are aware of this, students, ASEAN Federation of Accountants. So basically, all members, all PEOs in the Southeast Asia are members of this ASEAN Federation of Accountants, and also we have a very positive collaboration, and these are also supported by APAFEST. So these are some of the many activities of APAFEST. I also recommend you, all the students, and also the lecturers, to visit our website. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof. Siddhartha. Unfortunately, time is very limited, but I would like to ask for like 1 minute remarks, concluding remarks from each of the presenter. I'll start from Prof. Linda. You have like 1 minute remarks to close your explanation.
Okay, so I hope I will take this opportunity to motivate all of you, especially the young ones, to become a CA, become the professional accountants. Why? And see the CA as beyond the numbers. Your role now is not only to account, but you have to create the value. You have to create it and become CA, because CA is a difference maker. So let's join together, join the profession, and be a difference maker.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof. Linda. And next to Prof. Tata.
Me first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So,
well, I will just follow what Prof. Linda mentioned earlier. Yes, join CA, and also always remember, as a professional accountants, we need to maintain our integrity and also quality, professional quality. These are two dimensions that we need to have. And we need to make sure that all of our members always refer to this, because if some of our members are not really practicing, this integrity and professional quality, that will have a bad effect, on our profession, reputation. So that's why we together have to make sure that professional accountants maintain integrity and also professional quality. If we can do this, I'm very optimistic that professional accountants will be growing in the future, not declining. Thank you.
okay, thank you very much, Prof. Tata. Okay, and last one to Prof. Ali.
Yeah, Yeah,
Please
thank you.
share your view.
Yeah, I just want to add what Prof. Linda and Prof. Tata mentioned. Being a CA is number one. Number two is being ethical, uphold our integrity, and maybe the third one, being adaptive. Being adaptive. We need to keep learning as a member of CA, as an accountant professional, being adaptive to the changing world with all the digital technologies. So in these changing worlds, we hope we are being more proactive, learning all the things that we need to prepare once we, let's say, graduate from accounting study. And having this kind of strategy, being proactive, we aiming, not to become a victim in this changing world, but become a victor. That's all.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof. Ali. And to conclude this session, thank you very much to our esteemed panelists. And on behalf of the IAI and FEB UGM, again, thank you to our panelists, the President of IFAC, the President of IAI, also the OJK, Ibu Sofia, and all the distinguished speakers. And also to John, thank you very much. And again, we already follow your Instagram, the IFAC, and most of the IAI already follow the Instagram as well. Ibu Eli and most of us here already. Thank you very much once again, and see you at the next session of the IAI APAFEST 2026 and next event in 2025.
Thank you, Miss Juni Barokah. Kepada narasumber dan juga moderator untuk mohon tetap berada di tempat. Dan selanjutnya, we would like to invite Profesor Indra Wijaya Kusuma to move forward. We would like to thanks for being moderator. FGD that we have done this morning before we start the kick-off APAFEST 2025. Please move forward. And to deliver the token of appreciation, we would like to invite Dr. Hardo Basuki, IAI Jogja, accompanied by Professor Mahfud Solihin, IAI National Council member. And from Universitas Gadjah Mada, the token will be presented by Mr. Suyanto, the Vice Dean of Faculty of Economics and Business of Universitas Gadjah Mada. The first photo first, okay. Well, token of appreciation to all speakers and moderator to the talk show of APAFEST 2025. And we witnessed the token of appreciation to Professor Linda Watigani. And next to Professor Siddhartha Utama. And next to Professor Syaiful Ali. Then also to moderator, the first one, moderator for the talk show, we would like to invite Miss Juni Barokah, Mr. Suyanto, I'm so sorry. Okay. The next moderator of FGD to Professor Indra Wijaya Kusuma. Then ended by photo session together. Once again, we thanks to all speakers and moderator, to our wonderful event this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause once again to all of audience and to all of speakers and moderator here. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a very productive and informative event today. And we inform you that by the end of talk show session, we have come to the end of the kick of the APAFEST 2025. And we inform you that please don't forget to take your lunch goodie bag at the registration desk before you leave UGM. And we also invite to all of you that in celebration of the 68th anniversary of IAI, we will be hosting the IAI Global Event Series 2025 with the theme Shaping the Future of Accountancy, Governance and Corporate Success on December 3 until 4, 2025 in Jakarta. Please do register through the IAI Launch mobile application. And for detailed information, you may contact our committee. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, on behalf of the host and the committee, we would like to extend to our deepest appreciation for your support and participation. And once again, please enjoy lunch in the box that we have prepared for you on the registration desk. Thank you once again for your participations. Good afternoon and see you to the next event. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.